Morning, welcome to the class today. I've decided that we're just going to focus on a lot of front and a lot of back. So that's what today's session is about. So we're going to start by separating our toes and having our ankles, knees and hips on top of one another. We'll keep our shoulders down away from the ears and hands here onto the lower belly. Inhaling through your nose and out through the mouth. As you're breathing out, you want to feel your stomach move in towards the spine. So in through the nose and sighing out. Hands come up a little bit higher. Continue that. Breathing in through the nose and sighing out. We'll go for one more breath in. Exhaling, bring the arms down. Now inhale, arms rising up. Exhale, take the arms to the side. So movement with breathing, as you know. Inhale, arms come forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms lift up. And then exhale, bring the arms straight down in front. And we're going to go again, but the arms lift and the heels lift this time. Off the heels, arms to the side. Inhale, arms shift forward. Sighing out to the side. So if you missed it, we're going to do a lot of core, front and back here. Come down into those legs, stay off the heels. Just the arms, please. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, arms come forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms rising up. And then bend the knees a little bit more as your arms come down. Now we're just going to do it one more time. We'll get into a few balances. And then we'll get straight into our core work. Straight onto the mat today. Exhale to the side. Inhale, arms lift. Come down that last time. So we're coming up, lowering our heels down, and we're going to just pick up our opposite heel. And then bring your other arm across, just to behind you. Let it rest in the small of the back if you can't hold on to your elbow. Just think about the nice deep breathing. I had a terrible night. I just couldn't sleep. It wasn't that anything was keeping me awake. I just couldn't sleep. It's weird. 2 more breaths. My husband had a worse day. Arms to the side, leg goes back. He, on his way to work, his bike got a puncture. And so then he brought the bike back to try and find a spare inner tire to fix it. But he didn't have one that was ready, so he had to take it. He pushed his bike to work. 2 more. And then changed the tire, but it didn't work for him. So then he had to find a work colleague that could help him, but he had to stick around until really midnight. He left here at midday because he was going to go to the gym. Started work at 3, but he didn't even get to the gym. He was too busy trying to figure out his bicycle, poor thing. 2 more. And he finished at 10:30, but by the time the person that could help him did help him, he didn't get home until 10 past midnight. The bike's fixed. People shouldn't leave their little, what are they, nails on the road. Really bad. A few more breaths here. And bring the arms down, release that foot. We're going to come into now our dancer's pose. So right foot, hold on to the inside part of the leg, arm lifts, and then put your feet on through. For 2 more of these hot days, I fear for our bushfires. I just feel like it's in the air. All the dry weather and the wind today, I just feel like something's happening. I hope I'm wrong. Actually, I'm wrong. 2 more breaths. Now I'm going to switch, so come on out of that. There doesn't look to be any rain for a good while yet. So I'm going to be really careful with this dry, hot, windy weather. Shoulders relax and keep on pulling that leg up, pushing the foot in. A few more breaths and then we're going to get into our tree pose. And then we're going to get into roll-ups, which we haven't done a lot of. We've got a long sequence of roll-ups that get right into your deep core, yeah? 2 more. And switch. And now we're going to just do our tree pose. So right foot alongside of the left leg and your wrong side, opening the knee out, hands to heart, or your third eye, or we lift. Remember to keep the shoulders relaxed, and you can take your eye gaze up. Completely up to you. As you're breathing out, remember your stomach is moving in, contracting. So gently bring the arms down and we'll switch. So knee opens, hands to heart, third eye all elevated. Shoulders stay relaxed. A little bit longer. And here we go. So get a quick drink if you need one. Just going to move myself forward. I haven't had the light switched on today just because it's a bit warm and I don't want to warm the house up any more than is necessary. So sorry if it's not as clear, although it's not really clear in the best of times with this computer. We do our best. So we're going to come into some roll-ups. We're going to lie down. You've got your hands under your thighs. I'm not going to give a stretch between each one because I like the tension to stay on. Take a breath to prepare. Chin tucks into chest and we slowly come up vertebrae by vertebrae. And when you get to the top, you take a breath in, shoulders stay relaxed, and then roll back down. So it's your lower back that touches down first, then your middle back, and then your shoulders, and then your head. Go again. So we're going to do this level, which is the easiest level, 4 times. And then I'm going to start giving you options to change it all up. You don't have to take any of the options, okay? You can just do it all with your legs straight, arms straight. It does get a bit boring if you stick with the same one, but I prefer you to be bored and do it well than try and take it to the next level and then, you know, do some poor technique or even worse, still hurting yourself. Inhale through the nose, exhale, rise up. So you should be feeling this in that deep or belly region. That's what we're working. And look, roll-ups are something that can be quite challenging, especially if you've had a cesarean. It's something that you've got to just work on. But C-section people, not necessarily going to get it anyway, so you can use an elbow to help yourself if you need. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to give you the first option to make it a little bit more challenging. Some people find the next option is a bit easier, so it's completely up to you. But the next option is bent legs. They can be down facing and arms are still straight. So I find this a lot more taxing in my belly. I don't know about you. But what I want you to try not to do is rush it. So stick with this pace. And just a reminder, team, that this Tuesday session from now on is at 5 p.m. It works well with Alba's class that she's starting this Tuesday. Then I can drop her off and potentially pick her up if I need to with Ramirez at football training. So, yeah, got to put her first. Too much has been on the back burner with COVID. Poor Anna's never done any activity for herself. Alma was, I guess, spoiled when she was the same age. She did so many different activities, and poor Anna just gets carted along to Alma's activities. One more. So after this one, I am going to make it more challenging again by straightening the legs, because that makes it easier, but then crossing the arms, so that makes it harder. Inhaling at the top, and then exhale, come back down. You find a bit of shake starts happening, and that tells you that those tummy muscles are starting to fatigue. My brother's birthday is on Sunday, and I have to make cheesecake, which I mentioned the other day online. And it's such hot weather, I'm trying to decide when to make it. I'm opting for tomorrow morning, I think, because if I do it on Sunday, it's too late. But you sort of, when you make a cheesecake, you've got to leave the door ajar once you turn off the oven. And I'm not looking forward to that. I think that's 3. And we'll have to do one more. Exhale, rising up. And then I am going to move you into the next level, which is still having the arms crossed, but what I will ask you to do now is just cross the other arm over and bend the legs. Here we go again. So much harder. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit because you know why? I felt like they were cheating before because they were pushing onto each other to help me get up. And that's not what I want. So see what I mean? It can be quite boring doing these roll-ups, but they're so very effective, and it's one of the core Pilates exercises. I'm just giving a little bit of a tweak to make it different. And we are going to do another couple of levels after these ones. 2 more here though. So you see that I used 2 breaths. And 1 more. So we're going to go back to having the legs straight after we finish this one. But now your arms are by your side, really challenging. But I think it is sort of doable. But if you don't like it, you can go back to keeping your arms crossed over your chest or straighten your arms out. You want to try and resist letting those elbows creep forward, okay? And a little bit, okay, but not too much. Got 1 more. And now we're going to bend the legs and continue on. This is the hardest and the last level. Oh, see how those feet want to come away and your elbows want to come forward. It's so important though to try and maintain good technique. And again. And we're only going to do just 1 more. That'll get us to around 24 of these. Not bad effort. And I will get us to work some back after this because I don't want the belly to just overload today. Oh. So 1 or both legs in to tip yourself up and roll yourself over, and we'll come onto all 4s. Arms haven't had any weight bearing on them, so they should be fine here. So we're going to take 1 arm and the opposite leg away, and we're going to just hold still. Shoulders relax away from your ears. And so I was meant to have my bedroom ceiling demolished yesterday, remember, to fix the solar panel, well, the tiles under the solar panel, but that didn't go ahead. The guy said he consulted with a colleague and he was scared of being liable for X, Y, and Z. So he said consult with the Energy and Water Ombudsman first, then consult with the body corporate, even though I am the body corporate, and then get back to me. So didn't go ahead. Bring the arm to the diagonal, leg to the diagonal. I'm sort of, in a way, I'm relieved because I don't like the idea of my ceiling being cut to fix the tile. I don't know. I feel like I want to wait for the next rain and see what happens again, whenever that's going to happen. 4 more breaths. So straighten it out. We're going to bring it down and just go straight to the other side. Arm and leg away. Nice point in our toes, right? Do a couple more and then we're hitting those diagonals again. Arm and leg away. Shoulders relaxed. Bracing the belly in. Mum came and got Anna earlier, probably still walking back to Mum's house now as I'm teaching. It's nice to have quiet in the house, the girls are away. Always nice. 2 more. Okay, so straighten it out, lower it down, and we're coming onto our belly just for an exercise here for the back. And we're going to keep our arms relaxed before we then flip over onto our back again to do more belly. So feet are hip width distance apart. You can rest your chin or your forehead. You're lifting the legs up. And we're opening them, bringing them in, and then lowering down. See, I'm not letting my feet touch though. So we're coming in narrow, but they're staying separated. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, and lower. When you lower, just touching down lightly. I was thinking this morning on my walk, there's this lady I don't see very often, but I do see her, and we cross paths, and she always smiles and I smile. But then during that 5-day lockdown, I had my mask on and she didn't have her mask on, and she wouldn't even look at me. And then today I saw her again, and obviously with no mask on, and she smiled at me again. I was like, this is so bizarre. Is it a judgment of the mask? She didn't wear her mask during lockdown, obviously. I don't know. I was also thinking that is there a correlation between non-maskers or anti-maskers and people who smoke? I really wonder about that. I reckon there'd be quite a high correlation. Anyway, who knows if they've done a study. A couple more. And then we are going to flip over and continue on with some more belly. So that just broke up after all those roll-ups. So let's push up into a bit of a stretch for our cobra, or via our cobra. I started this new class yesterday morning. It was a very unusual class. People, in the room, there were only 4 clients in there. It was very quiet. They're clearly not used to my style. They don't breathe. They don't do the Pilates breathing like they should be doing. So we're going to just do some basic abdominal strengtheners. So head lifts, head and shoulders are lifted, chin tucks into the chest, breath in and roll up. So not only did they not do the deep breathing, like there were only 4. I was asking them questions, there was 0 feedback. And I'm like, I said to them jokingly, you guys are making me paranoid that I need to go see a psychologist after this session to see if everything's all right. Anyway, they were lovely because at the end they all came up and they were really brilliant, fantastic. And this one man, gentle soul, he was like, because I said it, in a way it's nice to have silence because I live in such a noisy household. He came up to me and he goes, I'm an introvert and I live in a very quiet household, so please don't take offense. I just don't talk much. It was lovely. So sweet. Anyway, it's nice. 2 more. There were really some lovely people out there. Exhale, come up. Come back halfway. And then rise again. That when you don't know somebody and they're not talking, you sort of feel judged in a way. But I've been in the industry long enough to know, they're just not used to my style and they're probably potentially hating it. But they know it's good for them. But they did actually say that they liked it at the end, which I'm happy about, obviously, because they don't know me. 2 more. Well, I think a Pilates instructor's come up, exhale, and then centimetre back, but don't do the deep breathing. Doing such a disservice to their clients. By the end, one of the women was definitely doing it. Just trying to not make too much noise about it. I could see the breathing, I could see the contraction. So I hope you're using your breath out there. Oh. Now it's going to be hard. We're going to hold it up because we've done all those roll-ups, but we are doing it with the arms straight. So let's roll. Oh, gee, it's so hard after all those that we did. I did cheat a bit. You saw my feet lift. Shoulders relax, come back. Now move your feet away. And what we're going to do is just some side, center, straight arms. Let's go. Keep it coming. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, straight back. 5, last 4. And stop. Okay, so just gently roll ourselves back. Try not to drop it, team. Have a break. And then we'll get into some lower belly. So we're going to have the legs up straight. Pointed toe. Inhale, lower one leg down. Exhale, lift it up. And then switch sides. it was a hot night, but my girls had their aircon on. I just had the ceiling fan on because it gets too cold with the aircon for us. And then Alba's I did turn down to just fan setting instead of aircon. But during the night I went to just open some windows so that the fresh air would start to come in, not just hot air. And Alba was like sideways on her bed in the middle of the bed, and Anna had she'd gone from one side and just flipped herself over. It's like they just flip themselves in completely different positions. It's so cute. Keep it going for more. Cute when they don't wake up. Alba's good like that. Anna still does it a bit, but not too bad. 2 more. Like I said, I didn't have a reason for no sleep. An external reason anyway. Bring the knees in and just roll in and out, loosen out a little bit. So we're going to take our knees down to one side. And you're holding on to your head or your neck with the arm that's closest to the way that you're tipping. Rise up, exhale. This is still, I feel like I'm wedging myself. It's not, it's just the angle, the colouring. Okay, exhale, lift up. That's what I noticed when Tsitsipas was playing. It's like he sweated. He was sweating from his bum crack. Exhale, lift up. I'm like Nadal has white shorts on because he's such a sweater. That was a bit of a disappointing loss, but you know what? Tsitsipas plays today, Medvedev. I don't know who's going to win, but whoever wins, I really hope that they do a good job against Djokovic, and at least it's a good competition for the final. I want to walk over 2 more. So you want to pull the top knee in and then just extend the leg away. So I did say we're doing lots of front and back. This is front with some waist. 2 more. Now both legs, extend and pull. 3 more. All right, bring the legs down, switch them over to the other side, and just crunching up. So remember, it's your bottom arm that's going into it. You can have a feel, you'll see where it's tightening when you crunch it up. Last 2. Pull the knee in as you come up. And extend it straight. Four more, and then we're going for that double. Of course, it's an option. You can stay with the single, or you can even bring the knee down and just continue with the crunch. Look harder. Just 1 more. And then bring the knees together to crunch. We're closing in on the finish line here. 2 to go. All right, bring it down. Bring one or both knees in, roll up. And we're going to flip ourselves over onto all fours again to continue with some more back. So we're going to go for opposite arm and leg again. Inhale straight, exhale diagonal, inhale straight, and then lower but don't touch down. Again, inhale up, exhale diagonal, inhale straight, exhale, come down. Continue. Three more rounds. What you want to focus on is that that supporting arm is keeping you nice and lifted. Hips are staying parallel with the mat. Last one, and then it will land down. Switch straight into the next side. So bring it down and switch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, straight. Lower, don't touch down. And again. We've got a few more at this level. And then we're going to lie down on our belly again to do some more back. Just make it one more, please. And the arms will get a break here. So lying down, legs please take them wider. So we're just doing the opposite of what we did before. Remember, your forehead can be down, your chin can be down. We're inhale, lifting, exhale, close, inhale, open, and then touch down. But you don't have to touch down, actually. You're just lifting up. Exhale, close, open it out, and then lower. And again. Lift up, close together, open out, and then lower down. Then we will flip over onto our back again to continue with some more belly. So like I said, it's just pure core today, front and back. Last 3 sets. One more. And bring it on in. Have a stretch into your child's pose this time. Toes come together, knees are apart. And we're sinking back into those legs, having a nice stretch in your legs. And then I'd like you to roll over onto your back again, please. So now we're going to get into a bit of combination upper and lower belly work. So I want you to lift your legs up. And what's going to happen is we're just extending one leg away and twisting to the leg that is up. Bring it in and then twist the other way. Now a little modification that we're all going to do is just push our thighs away so that they no longer come in too close. Yeah. Now you're not letting the head lower down in between, you're just twisting side to side. Four more. Bring the knees in and just roll them in and out, just loosen out a little bit. And then we're going to continue on with some more upper and lower belly. So we're going to be reaching for our heels. Inhale straight away, then circle your arms and touch your heels as they come back in. Inhale straight away, and then exhale, circle around and touch. Really try and get that belly to move down as you breathe out. Now your legs can kick up on a higher angle if this feels too intense in your back. Completely up to you. You know your bodies. So you do what's right for them. Because you're wondering what's a puzzle behind my head. Mother and I were working it before my mum came and picked her up. One more. Relax the head down and just move your legs in a circular motion. And then circles the other way. We've just got one more exercise here for upper and lower belly. And then we're moving on. So legs are back up to a 90-degree angle. Your arms are going to lift up and your chest. Your legs are going to go down one way. They're going to kick. They're going to come down the other way. And then kick. Upper body sort of just stays lifted. A little bit of a twist the opposite direction to where your legs are heading, and that way you keep more centered and balanced, right? Don't let the knees creep in too close to you. Four more. And the neck wants a break, I know. Mindfulness attention too. Bring the knees into rock and roll, and then we're going to come into plank. Right? We thought I was going to forget about them. No. So we're just in a full plank, shoulders away from the ears, but we're not doing too much, I promise you that. I'm just going to hold it still. And we'll do a bit on our elbows. I don't even think we'll do a minute in each. So we have been working the core really strongly anyway. Bracing the belly in. I hate hearing sirens. That's kind of what it means. Always when I'm not with my family at home, I worry even more. I think it could be then. Anyway, to the elbows. I'm sure it's not elbows at school or mirrors at work, and mine is at my mum's. So all accounted for. As you're breathing out, stomach's lifting up. Just 4 more really deep breaths, and then we're going to get into some more back exercises down here on the mat, and then one last lot of back exercises up on all fours. Ooh, too good, come on down. Super intense, that your arms are going to get a break now, and your head, your neck, so you can have your forehead touching down, or you can have your chin down. But what's going to happen is your feet are together, they're lifted. You're going to lift higher, and then they're going to separate and then come down, but don't touch down. Wide. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and lower. So ab work is done. I'm not going to do any ab focus per se, but all of these exercises that we're doing should still be incorporating your Pilates breathing, which is going to be contracting the belly anyway. Inhale, lift. Exhale and out. I'm doing a yoga style class today at my session after this one at the gym. We haven't done one since pre-lockdown, so hopefully the class is not going to mind. I do know, I did tell them last Friday. Yeah, we were there last Friday, so they do know what to expect. Let me know if you like that idea, and I can throw in one here too. You guys know Pilates is my passion, so that's what I prefer over the yoga stuff. Still hear the siren. Hold it here. Just bring the legs down and move your hips side to side to give a bit of a release. Then bring your elbows underneath, palms down, and just pull forward so you're getting a bit of stretch in our stings. Have your chin staying down. And lying down. Again, we're continuing on with more for our lower back. So we're going to have our knees bent. We're going to heels together, our toes are apart, and it's just a simple lifting off from the hips, so thighs lift up. We have this passion fruit vine out there that has completely overtaken everything. So Ramiro sort of pushed it back yesterday to give the other plants some breathing space. But it hasn't given us any fruit. And it's so bushy. It's grown like crazy, but there's no fruit on it. It's very strange. Our school is a passion fruit vine and it's full of fruit. So he's like, he's got hope it's going to happen. One more. So listen, hold this one up. Don't go anywhere. And just feel this burn here in those lower back muscles. Remember on Wednesday night, if you did the session, I mentioned that I had the garlic chives in the garden and I cut them so they were ready. And yesterday I cooked them up and ate them. They're not as good as the ones that I bought from the shop lower down. I think I left them too long. I thought they were going to grow longer, but they were just getting tougher. So it wasn't like eating grass, but a flavour some grass. So we're back up onto all fours. We are going to leave our arms, both of the arms down, and just get into some continuation of lower back. So take the leg away. We're going to inhale, open, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, and then bring it center. And again, inhale, open, exhale, lift. Dog barking. Anyone around here has a dog? I'd love to get a dog. My excuse or my reason always for not having dogs, we travel too much. That is a joke of a reason now, right? So maybe I should get a dog. I love them so much. We had dogs growing up. They do bring a lot of joy to your life. If not a lot of work. I mean, I walk every day, they walk with me. The only thing I don't like is the idea of having meat in the house. Dogs eat meat. One more. And then you put it out and then all the ants and flies, I don't know. That's the one down. All right, lower it down. Switch. Inhale, open, exhale, lift. Inhale, open, and then exhale, close. Felt bad for Serena, hey? What a shame she went out. When there was no Ash Barty, I thought Serena would be the next best. But I like Osaka too, to be honest. If you care about tennis. Inhale, open, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale in. 3 more. All right, let's bring that down and let's have a lovely stretch. You definitely deserve it. Toes together, knees apart. Sit back. So really strong core work today, team. I'm going to give you another twist stretch for your back just before we stand up. So take one arm through and you just want to land your shoulder down a little bit. And then lift yourself up. And twist through to the other side.